What's up, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez. I'm back with another MLB player prop video for you. Today's Saturday, August 5th, 2023. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We're kicking things off by recapping plays from yesterday. Then we're diving into the Prizepicks board because I actually have 5 picks that I want to show you. We'll be breaking down 3 of those. So if all that sounds good, I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, sub up, click the notification icon to get notified about upcoming content and videos from me and the channel. And without further delay, let's get into those plays from yesterday. All right, here we are on our recap slide. 3-1 on the day. Look, so close to a 4-0 day. Can't all be perfect days, but we continue to just, make progress every day. 3-1, 4-0, 2-1, 3-0. We're getting it done. So Wainwright was the only play that hit that did not hit for us yesterday. He goes over his strikeout prop, pisses me off, gives up like 10 earned runs in the first inning and stays in the game. So pissed me off, broke my heart, just did all the things. So that was a loss. But we took the over on the other 3, and they came through. Steven Kwan, over fantasy points. Yordan Alvarez, over fantasy points. Jarren Duran, over fantasy points. So 3-1 on the day. Not a whole lot to break down here. If you tail these plays, you made profit. If you threw them in a power play, you didn't. If you threw them in a flex, you definitely made profit. If you threw those into a 6-pick flex and added an additional 2, hopefully those 2 hit because you 2x'd it. If you played everybody except for Wainwright, then you had a great day yesterday. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you faded Wainwright. Let me know if you were able to make a little money yesterday. We move on to Saturday. New plays, new props to talk about over on the Prizepicks board. So without further delay, we're going to transition over and start going over a few of these plays. Okay, here we are over on the Prizepicks board. Got 5 plays pulled up for you today. All 5 of these plays I personally like. I personally wrote up for the Discord earlier today. If you got what you want, I wish you the best of luck. If you do want to stick around and listen to me break a few of these down, like I mentioned, we're going over 3 of them today, then I encourage you to do that because we are going to get things going right now. Let's start off with a hitter fantasy score. I want to talk about Corbin Carroll. Currently sitting at 8 hitter fantasy score on Prizepicks. I like the over on this one. Let's head over to props.cash so we can break it down. Okay, here we are on the props.cash player prop page for Corbin Carroll. I said that really weird. Here we are on props.cash, taking a look at Corbin Carroll's last 10 games. Not enough coffee this morning, apparently. Facing Kenta Maeda this afternoon. No history between these two, but let's talk about Corbin Carroll on the season versus righties. Batting .272 with 18 homers, 18 doubles, 5 triples, and 36 singles. Maeda on the season to left-handed batters, allowing a higher batting average, .262, but doing a good job at suppressing power. The great thing about Corbin Carroll is that he can get it done in multiple ways. Okay, Recently, we love targeting guys that can get us stolen bases. That stolen base upside is huge when it comes to fantasy scores. So over his last 10 games, Corbin Carroll has 5 stolen bases. That's 25 fantasy points alone right there. In addition to that, you can see that over his last 10 games, he has done a decent job in terms of racking up hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's pay more attention to his hits, because that's what's going to get him on base, and that's what's going to allow him to steal a base or attempt a stolen base. So in his last 10 games, he has a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits, and that is what we want. So we want Carroll to get on base. We want him to steal a base and then ultimately be brought around to score. That is the quickest way to 10 fantasy points in the MLB in terms of Prizepicks player props. So that's something that Corbin Carroll has done often this season. I like what I'm seeing from him in his game logs. I'm not worried about the matchup with Kenta Maeda. Kenta Maeda has struggled. Well, Kenta Maeda over his last few games has not struggled, but he's also faced really poor offenses who strike out a lot. The Arizona Diamondbacks are a very good offense that don't strike out a lot. So flip that around. And I'm not saying that Kenta Maeda is going to get waxed today. He might struggle a little bit, struggle enough for Corbin Carroll to hit the over on his fantasy score. I'm going to keep this one very simple For all those reasons being said, I like the over 8.0 hitter fantasy score for Corbin Carroll as play number 1. All right, play number 2. Let's talk about Lane Thomas sitting at 7.5 hitter fantasy score. I like the over on this one. You already know I like the over on this one. Let's head over to props.cash. I'll tell you why. All right, here we are over on props.cash. If you're new to the channel, there are 4 things certain in life: death, taxes, Prince could dunk a basketball, and Lane Thomas versus left-handed pitching is a real thing in 2023. So let's take a look at it, what he's done. No history versus Andrew Abbott today, so we're going to skip that and just look at what he's done versus lefties on the season. Batting .356, 8 homers, 10 doubles, 1 triple, 28 singles. Abbott on the other side versus right-handed batters, doing a really good job at suppressing batting average, but not so much in terms of suppressing power. So allowing 8 homers, 9 combined doubles and triples, and 19 singles. Lane Thomas, over his last 10 games, has done a lot of things. He has a total of 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20 hits, runs, and RBIs in that time frame. He has 2 homers. They came yesterday versus the Reds. Lane Thomas is doing a great job in just getting on base, producing offense, extra base hits, driving in runs, scoring runs. He's doing a lot of good things today. There's not a whole lot to dislike about this line. I will continue to take Lane Thomas versus left-handed pitching when these matchups come up, and as long as his line isn't too high, like some crazy Acuna number, I'm going to keep taking the over. 7.5 to me is where it's too low, but it's where we usually see it versus lefties. And I'll keep taking the over, like I said. So let's go ahead and make Lane Thomas over 7.5 hitter fantasy score our second play of the day over on Prizepicks. All right, and for our third play of the day, we're going to talk about a pitcher strikeout prop. Justin Verlander, 6 pitcher strikeouts today versus the New York Yankees. I like the over on this one. Let's head over to props.cash and break down our final play of the day. All right, so this line was, I guess it opened up at 5.5. I didn't see it at 5.5. When I first saw it, it was at 6. So we're going to adjust the line to show 6. So as a New York Met this season, Verlander went over this one time. He pushed in 4 games and then went under in 5 of those games. If you didn't know, Verlander is now a Houston Astro, back with the Astros, where he experienced tons of success. And I like this because of that. I like this line because of his history versus the Yankees this season, where he does have 2 games and 6 strikeouts in each of those games. Going back to last season, he faced the Yankees twice. One game he had 11 strikeouts. The other game he had 3. The best part about all these games is that he isn't giving up any production. He's allowing less than 1 earned run in all 4 games, and he is pitching 6+ innings in each game. So those are a lot of great things to like for this prop. Now, one thing that I want to share with you all, it's not a stat. I think it's more of just a real life type of thing. Verlander is now on a team that is competitive, that can compete for a World Series, that will compete for a World Series this season. I'm assuming that the Astros organization is considered a better organization than the Mets, a more productive and positive work environment. Coming out of a organization like the Mets, coming over to the Astros, probably does a lot for his energy, probably does a lot for his confidence, probably does a lot for his just well-being, his mental state. And I'm gonna compare this to you ever worked with somebody who is a drag, who is negative, who's always talking shit, who's always just like a bad person to be around? You have to work with that person every day or 3 days a week or however many days you work. That person makes your job suck. And when that person's off work or when they're no longer there, all of a sudden things get better. That's kind of how I'm looking at this situation, except Verlander is moving on to a new place. Like I mentioned, not a stat, just a real life type of, thought I had there. So with all that being said, I like the over. Justin Verlander today, over 6 strikeouts, taking on a Yankees team who's striking out middle of the road this season, 22.5%, so right-handed pitching. I expect Verlander to get run support today. I expect him to pitch with the lead, and I expect him to get seven strikeouts today. So we're rolling with it. Third play of the day, Justin Verlander over 6 pitcher strikeouts. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the board as well as your thoughts on these plays. As always, thank you all so much for stopping by the channel and checking this video out, helping this channel grow every single day. Drop a like, drop a sub, click on an ad, help this channel get bigger and better, help this channel grow and reach more people. That's something you can do to help me out. I really appreciate it. Best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays. And until Monday's MLB player prop video, Chavez is